What up YouTube, it is your boy Dinglingsing bringing you another in-depth comparison video for the weapons in Warzone. Today we're going to be looking at the STONER 63 and the PKM LMG. We're going to be diving into the weapon stats for both guns, also the recoil pattern control, the best attachments to make these guns the most effective, and also how to use these weapons in certain situations the best way we can. Also, we're going to be looking at a secondary gun that can supplement these LMGs the best way possible for your playstyle, so you can go around Verdansk slapping everyone out into the lobby. I'm going to say out the lobby. Alright, so if you find any value in these videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and hit the like on this video. I have got more comparison videos like the XM4 versus the M4A1, the FFAR versus the Ram 7, and even the AUG versus the M16. So hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of those future content. Alright, so let's kick off this comparison video starting with the weapon stats. And guys, you are going to be really surprised at which LMG is going to come on top. The fire rate for the STONER 63 is 719 rounds per minute, and the PKM is 750. The bullet velocity for the STONER is 600 meters per second, whereas the PKM is 720 meters per second. That's quite a bit of a gap between the two weapons. ADS speed for the STONER 63 is 458 milliseconds, and PKM is at 413 milliseconds. This is where things get a bit different though. It's a huge difference between the reload speeds. For the STONER 63, it is 5.79 seconds, but for the PKM, it is a whopping 8.85 seconds. With the STONER 63, you are able to reload a lot faster, getting back into the fight a lot quicker. Now, looking at both weapon stats, it seems like the PKM is doing a much better job than the STONER 63. It has a much more better ADS speed, a higher bullet velocity, and even a higher rounds per minute. Now, looking at the STONER 63 reload speed, it is so much faster than the PKM, and in Warzone, it is so important to have a quick reload speed so you can get back into the fight so much faster, because let's be honest, a lot of the players in Verdansk will be rocking an AR or an SMG, and they are obviously going to be reloading a lot faster than you. Yes, the PKM has a much more higher ADS speed and a much more higher rounds per minute and a much more better bullet velocity. But reload speed is so important that I definitely think the STONER 63 wins in terms of weapon stats. Now let's get into the juicy stats, which is damage profile. Up to the range of 40 meters, the STONER deals 51 damage to the head, and it will only take 5 shots to down an enemy with full health and armor. For the PKM, it deals 46 damage, needing 6 shots to take the player down. For the body, the STONER delivers 37 damage, 7 shots to take someone out, and then the PKM 34 damage, which is 8 shots. Now, from 40 meters plus, the STONER does 42 damage, which is the same as the PKM, and to the body, both LMGs deal 28 damage. The TTK, time to kill, is quite interesting. The STONER 63 TTK to the head is 334 milliseconds, and to the body, 501 milliseconds. For the PKM, TTK for the head is 400 milliseconds, and then the body is 560 milliseconds. The STONER 63 has a much more faster rate to kill head and body. Both LMGs are very effective long range, and they can easily take someone out from afar if you know how to control the recoil for these guns. So let's have a look at the recoil control pattern and see which one is a lot easier to manage. So let's check out the recoil control on the PKM and the STONER 63. Right now I've got the PKM and I'm about 20 meters away from this fire station wall. I'm just going to aim at it and just let loose. I'm going to see how the recoil pattern is. So it seems like the recoil pattern is completely vertical. It just goes straight up. Vertical recoil control is a lot more easier to control over horizontal. Instead of it going left and right, it literally just goes straight up. So all you gotta do is just drift down with your aim button to stabilize it to the center. So let's try out the STONER 63. Alright, so it seems like it's definitely going vertical, the same as the PKM. Let's try it again. As you can see guys, the recoil pattern for the STONER 63 is pretty identical to the PKM. So what I'm going to do right now is actually control the recoil pattern and try to group all my shots together and see how easy it is. Controlling the PKM is quite easy, so let's try out the STONER. Again, I'm actually doing this quite easily, so to be honest with you, the recoil pattern between both LMGs are very similar. Pretty much identical actually, so there's not much of a difference there. So in terms of situations, the LMGs are very good in gunning down enemies from afar. Now the PKM and the STONER 63 do a brilliant job taking enemies out from 40 meters out, especially the STONER 63 because it has a higher damage profile. Now in close range situations like this, a PKM and a STONER 63 are not very ideal weapons to be wielding. What you want to be having right now is an SMG with a very fast rate of fire, high ADS and high mobility. For example, the Mac 10, even an MP7 or MP5 which literally has zero recoil control. Both of these light machine guns have great ability to take out enemies from afar, so it only makes sense to have a close range weapon for a secondary like the SMG for situations where it gets a bit messy close range. But if you're a player that doesn't like to get close to the enemy and you like to fight from a distance, then a sniper will be a very suitable secondary weapon. Like the HDR, it has a great bullet velocity. But to be honest with you, I do recommend having a secondary weapon which is an SMG for close range combat, because LMGs are designed to take players out from a distance, so you don't really need another long range weapon. So before I go into the best attachments for both of these weapons, I just want to give my thoughts and my opinions on which LMG is the best right now in Warzone. So in terms of weapon stats, the PKM has a better ADS, a higher fire rate and a better bullet velocity. But the STONER 63 has a much more faster reload speed, 3 seconds quicker, which to me makes all the difference because I get back into the fight much faster. Despite the fact that PKM has better stats in other areas like the bullet velocity, fire rate and ADS, the STONER 63 takes the win in weapon stats just alone on the reload speed. The damage profile for the STONER 63 and the PKM are very similar, especially above 40 meters. Now up to 40 meters, the STONER 63 deals a lot more damage to the head and to the body, and it also has a much more faster time to kill. So STONER 63 definitely takes the win in terms of weapon stats and damage profile and TTK. So in Warzone guys, the STONER 63 is the best LMG and will probably be a meta very soon. Especially after DMR has been nerfed, this gun is literally shredding Warzone right now. So the best attachments for the PKM, for the muzzle, you want to go for the monolithic suppressor. It increases your damage range and it also keeps you off the radar as well. For the barrel, you want to go for the 26.9 inch extended barrel. However, if you want to go for the heavy barrel, you can do so, but with the extended barrel, it also gives you recoil control too. Most LMGs have a very slow ADS, so you want to tackle that by attaching a tac laser, improving the speed of that and also giving you aiming stability. For the optic, you can choose whatever you fancy, but the VLK 3.0 optic is the best one in my opinion. It gives you hidden recoil control, horizontal and vertical. Underbarrel, you want to go for the snatch grip, again improving your aim down sight speed and giving you further recoil control. With these attachments on the PKM, you'll be surprised on how fast the ADS speed is and the damage it deals out to opponents from afar. Now for the STONER 63, the muzzle you want to go for is the agency suppressor. It pretty much works the same as a monolithic suppressor, keeping you hidden from the minimap and giving you more damage range. For the barrel, you want to be going for the task force. With this barrel, it gives you more damage, effective range and bullet velocity, so you'll be shredding your opponents from afar. And for the optic, I definitely think the Axial 3x is the best one. I think it's the best one in general for all Black Ops guns in my opinion, but if you fancy another one, go for it. Underbarrel, you definitely want to go for the field agent grip. It gives you better vertical and horizontal recoil control. And then lastly, for ammunition, you want to go for 120 rounds. Now with these attachments on the STONER 63, you'll be surprised on how fast the ADS speed is. Usually when you attach more ammunition or an optic, you have to pay a penalty towards the ADS, but for some reason Black Ops attachments don't affect your ADS speed negatively. Those are the best attachments for the STONER 63 and the PKM. And the STONER 63 right now in my opinion is the best LMG and is probably a meta coming up very soon. Guys, what do you think is the best LMG? Let me know in the comment section below. Now if you found this video valuable, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Hit the like and put the bell notification on so you won't miss out on any future content. Soon I'll be coming out with the XM4 versus the M4A1, the FFAR versus the Ram 7 and AK-47 versus another gun. I don't know. You let me know in the comment section below what you want me to compare, so that way you guys will know how to deal with situations the best way possible with the best weapons. Alright everyone, it's your boy Dingaling Sing. Peace.
4 guys. 31 meters. 31 meters in the corner. Here, Henry. Big get.
I got him.
Yeah, sick.
Downed him.
Downed him.
Where are we shooting, mark it?
I've killed